My name is Ellie. I am a yoga and mindfulness and a creative expression teacher. Those are three things that I really believe are so important for kids and just humans to implement into their daily routines. Um, so that's my practice that I teach virtually and currently in the San Diego area. It's so important to implement mindfulness into our days, especially now where we're just stuck at home and things are just so chaotic and we have these emotions going on that we don't really know how to express them in the healthiest way. And so that's where yoga and mindfulness and creative expression comes in, especially during learning, when we have all this knowledge that we have to contain. And so through yoga, through movement, we're able to release that. And through our breathing, we're able to let go of some feelings that we're having that may feel overwhelming. As we stretch and as we breathe with that stretch, we're able to focus on that breath and try to get out of our heads and more in our bodies. Implementing this into your daily routine is so important because it's a proactive way in preventing the symptoms of feeling aggravated and stressed and frustrated throughout our day. And as those things will come about in our day, you know, we are humans and we have emotions and things will get frustrating for us, especially when we're learning and we don't understand certain things. When we implement yoga and mindfulness and creative expression into our mornings and certain times in our day, into our daily routine, it's a really proactive way to help prevent those symptoms. And when those symptoms do come about, we have those tools and resources of yoga and breathing to come back to and ground ourselves and center ourselves back as you're going about your day. So when you're doing the normal things that you do throughout your day, so as you eat, as you walk, so some fun mindful things when you're eating, to notice what are maybe 5 things that this food tastes like. Is it spicy? Is it sweet? Is it salty? Is it squishy? You know, how does it feel on my tongue? What does it smell like? To be aware of kind of really what you're eating. And because sometimes when we're eating, we kind of go really fast. We're like, I'm hungry. I'm going to eat really fast. But to kind of be mindful and to kind of take a second. And of course, to be grateful for this moment of eating this meal. And then also to take breaks when you're working in class and go for walks. And as you're walking, to be mindful, to find maybe 5 green things on your walk, or find like some, let's see, maybe some stop and smell some plants and some flowers, and just really be mindful of your surroundings and find that gratitude for that space to kind of just let go of what you're thinking about in class and to just connect more with nature and your surroundings. And then when you come back from maybe your walk, you come back to breathing and stretching and connecting back with your body and your mind, so that when you're ready to go back to work and get back to class, you feel more clear-headed and ready to take on your day and your tests and whatever you have going on in school. An important tip that I like to give parents and teachers is to implement breathing exercises into something simple that isn't too overwhelming, that your kids can just go to before something that's overwhelming that's about to happen in their day. So maybe in class you're going to be teaching a tough subject in algebra, and you know that a lot of the kids are going to struggle with that. So maybe we take a couple seconds, and we do a nice little breathing exercise before this lesson, and to help us get into this clear headspace. Maybe taking them to see other family members or something that may be a little bit of a stressful situation, or maybe seeing a friend that they're maybe struggling with, or maybe just a friend and there's going to be a lot of like high energy there, to just take a couple seconds and do a nice little breathing moment. And you know, for kiddos, they want it to be fun. They don't want it to be this like serious moment. So you implement fun breathing exercises, you know, like dragon's breath, where you take a nice breath in, and as you breathe out, you breathe with your tongue out like you're blowing fire. So fun things like that, like dragon breath or wind breath, and implementing those throughout their day, because it's so quick and easy and powerful. So there's a yoga pose that you can do and a breathing exercise that you can do that are both really easy and really simple to implement into your day at any time. You don't need anything. You just need your body and your mind, and you can do it right where you are. So the first one is a yoga pose. So a really great yoga pose that you can do anywhere is your child's pose or your rock pose. And child's pose is really great in grounding your body and yourself. So by doing child's pose, you bring your hands and your knees onto your tabletop. So making a tabletop with your body, and then you bring your hips back, and your hands are forward as you lower down into the earth and bringing your forehead onto the ground into our child's pose. And for rock pose, you bring your arms back like you're a rock and on the ground. So child's pose and rock pose are great. And as you are in those poses, to take some nice breaths and really melt into the earth, melt into the ground. So that's a really great yoga pose you can do from anywhere to help you ground yourself. A great breathing exercise to do that you can do anywhere. Maybe you're taking a test and you need to relax, take a second and just breathe it out. In your chair, you can do this. In your car, wherever you are, you can do this. So say you're in your chair, bringing your feet to the ground, sitting up tall, putting one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. And as you take a breath in, 5 counts in, at whatever pace that you'd like. 1, 4, 5, making sure your chest is above your belly. And as you breathe out, making sure your belly is above your chest. So doing those a few times really brings your awareness, shifts your awareness to your body out of your head, and opens up the heaviness that you may feel in your chest and kind of flows the movement from your chest to your belly. So those are 2 great exercises: child's pose, rock pose, and this nice seated belly and heart breathing exercise. The way that I like to end my practices with my students is through affirmations. So we start by sitting in our crisscross yogi sauce, putting our hands to our hearts. We close our eyes and we go over some affirmations. So we can start with a few today. We'll do, I am strong. I am beautiful. I am unique. And say it again. I am strong. I am beautiful. I am unique. And you say as softly as we can, like we really, really mean it. I am strong. I am beautiful. I am unique. And we take a nice deep breath in. And bringing our arms over our heads with a nice breath out. And let it out. Beautiful. Thank you so much for having me on here.